Hi guys, hi Julian, Aaron, and Jay. So this video is about creating a budget, having your priorities straight. All right. So in order, the reason why some of these people, why a lot of people make that are wealthy is because they keep track of what they're spending and how much money they're bringing in. All right. So it's very important that you guys start doing this. All right. You guys start knowing what you're spending your money on, how much, what is your expenses, and how much money you're bringing in, and how can you improve that money, that cash flow coming in, and reduce those expenses. See, a lot of the times we go to work for this big corporation, these big businesses, all right, that pay us good money, and we go and work for them, all right. And see, well, the thing is that if you work behind the curtains of a company, behind the operations, behind all that stuff, what is it that they're doing? What is it that they're telling you to do? They're telling you that your job is not to just go there, sit down, and watch an operation. Your job is to see how you're going to reduce your expenses while operating. All right, if you reduce expenses, then that's good for them. All right, now, if you work on the marketing and sales side of things, is how you're going to bring more money in. All right, so it's very important that you look at yourself, you look at your household as a business. How do we reduce expenses while increasing your cash flow, while increasing the money that you're bringing in? Okay, so how are you going to do that? All right, so one of the reasons that while ago, years ago, I was bringing in good money, but I went completely broke. All right, we went completely broke. I didn't know how I was gonna feed you guys, how I was going to give you, how I was gonna bring in food the next day because we were so broke. We had nice cars, and we lived in a one-bedroom apartment. And it was very small for all of us. I used to sleep on the floor with you, Julian, and but the cars were nice, but there was no money. We didn't have no food. There was nothing because to me, what I learned growing up was that when you had money in your hand, that money was I was supposed to spend that money on something. So every time we got money in our hands, we right away went in like, what do I buy? What can I buy? What can I buy? You always want to buy nice things because you always trying to impress people. Even though a lot of people say they will tell you, hey, you know what, I don't buy these things for anybody. I'm not trying to impress nobody. Everybody is trying to impress somebody. All right, if you take it back and strip yourself down to like early 19th centuries, 1800s, when there was nothing, all right, when there was no Jordans, where there was nothing like that, you know, you didn't need Jordans. You didn't need something to impress nobody, right? It's just that now the lifestyle that we live, we've been conditioned to try to look like we are making it, to try to look like we are rich, to try to look like we are wealthy, but we are not putting in the time to get there. We just want to finance it by getting credit cards. We just want to see how getting personal loans to go buy things. We are doing things the easy way to try to finance a lifestyle. But the thing is that lifestyle is not bringing us any money unless you're marketing something and you're trying to market yourself in a way that you're going to be able to later on monetize that. But if you're not, then you're just paying interest on the lifestyle that you want to live, and later on that interest is going to accumulate so bad that you're not going to find a way to pay it. All right, so that's what happened to me. That's what happened to us actually. All right, so now what I do is every 15 I sit down with your mother and we go through a budget. All right, we look at our expenses, we look at how much we're spending in money, and we look at how we could reduce that. And then we're also looking at the money that is coming in, how can we increase that money. All right, we are a business, our household is a business, our name is a brand name. All right, we look at each other like that, just like any business, right? That's how we're gonna improve. And so it's a habit, it's a routine that we got to do. It's something that we have to do, that we cannot spend money unless we get track of the money and we see what we're doing with that money. All right, so like I said, it's pretty simple. Well, something that I did was just create an Excel sheet, And I just on the top I just put the money that is coming in from the first to the 15th, and then from the 15th to the 30th. So I just divide the money into two parts, and then I give myself an allowance, your mother an allowance, and I also one of the important things is giving. All right, we also have money that is for tithing. All right, it's very important to make sure that you're giving to somebody, you're giving to a cause, your church, hospital, whatever cause that you believe in. It's good to give. All right, keeps you from not being so greedy. All right, so that's one of the things that you want to start practicing on your with yourself, keeping track of your money, how much you're spending, how much you're saving. And at the same time, later on you're gonna get more technical into this, you know, this the spending, the savings, and the investing. All right, how much money are you investing? You know, if you don't complicate it too much, if you just focus on like your spending and your the money that you're bringing in later. What I love about the brain, the mind, is that your brain will automatically start seeing these patterns and then start figuring out things. See, for me, when I started doing my budget, I just started doing it because I was so broke, I didn't know what to do. But I started getting track of all this money and seeing what was I gonna, how I was gonna get out of this debt that I was in, right? So we did that. After that, I started realizing this, that the money that I was making at one place, which was good money, that the money that I was making compared to my expenses, that we the expenses that no matter what had to get paid, was that I had to save for a whole year just to go on a vacation with you guys, or I had to save so much. So to me, I was like, that's not right. That does not make sense. That I'm just working for this expenses, and that I'm not doing anything with this money. That I'm not expediting the amount of money that I'm bringing in. So I gotta increase that cash flow in. So that's what I started doing. I started thinking. I started finding ways on how can I make more money. How can I expedite that money coming in? All right. So guys, again, take care of your lifestyle. It's just habits that you're building. Watch the money that you're bringing in. Watch the money that you're spending. Watch all that stuff. Watch your network. What's your network right now? How much are you trying to build? All that stuff, right? Later on, you start with those little habits. Later on, you start developing more and more habits. You start looking at more things. You start getting better. And I promise you that even if you're working for a company, you have your own business, those things will translate into there, and you're going to be able to manage those things a lot better than you currently are. All right, it's just habits that make you better. Businesses, corporation, that is why they stay on top, because they track these things and they're always figuring out how to reduce expenses, how to treat their people good, you treat your family good, and at the same time how to increase that cash flow in. All right, how do we increase sales? How do we make more sales to bring in more money so we could keep our operations going? All right, but at the same time, how do we reduce those expenses? So guys, I love you guys, Aaron, Julian, Jay. I know you're doing great things with your life. I know you guys are gonna do great. I love you guys, and again, share this with your kids. Let's make our generation grow. Remember, our name is a brand name. Our family is a business, and we're growing this business. We're creating a legacy. Our job is to make sure that our next legacy, our legacy following us, has it better, and that they're gonna keep building so that our legacy keeps living on. All right, guys. I love you guys, and see you in the next video.